Okay, here we're back to the passenger side of the car again. Door panel, beautiful door panel. Wood grain for the clock, very, very nice. The clock does not work. I actually installed a rebuilt clock, and it was a analog clock, and I don't think it worked 2 weeks and stopped. I do have a quartz conversion kit, which I've put in many other clocks. Actually, for a while there, I started doing that and selling clocks. And they're pretty easy to install. A matter of getting the clock out and just install. And those things are dependable. It'll keep on going for a long time. The air conditioning system in here was installed by me. It's an exact fit air conditioning, so it looks just like it would have from the factory. Very nice, clean. The only thing difference is probably the cooling, heat, temperature controls. I believe if the car came with air conditioning, it might say air on it. This one is just a little bit different. You move it to a certain spot, and then the compressor kicks in, and the air does start to circulate. Cool air. I'm going to try to maybe push the seats up and see if we can't get a little bit of a picture of the back. Not sure how that's going to work out, but we'll give it a try. Okay, here we're looking inside the rear of the seats, folded ahead. Again, I put some light on the side, trying to light this up so you can see. Quarter panels are in really good shape. It's hard to find a car that they're not cracked. These are pretty much perfect. Back seat is excellent. Does not have a fold down seat. 2 speaker grills in the back. Not sure how much of that you can see. You can see out the back through the louvers. Seat belts are in very nice shape. Like I think I said before, the carpeting is all brand new. Okay, I think we'll stop here again and possibly move to underneath the hood. Okay, now we're looking underneath the hood. The underneath hood part itself is all polished, all painted, nice high gloss shine to it, no flat. A lot of times when you get under the hoods, they don't have a really nice paint job underneath. Hood hinges are polished aluminum, very nice looking hood hinges. The air cleaner is a Ford chrome air cleaner. The engine's a 425 horsepower, 351 cubic inch, Windsor block. Everything in the motor is brand new. Started from a new block, and the motor was built by the engine factory. And they build lots of engines. And they pretty much, you don't get to tell them what you want. They have different engines with different horsepowers that they've proven to be dependable and work great, and that's why I want it. I wanted a turnkey engine that when I turn the key, it's going to fire right up and run. It has an 800 Edelbrock carburetor on it. The carburetor, when it came, had a polished carburetor on it. Then they came out with an Endurashine carburetor, which is more like a chrome plating. So I switched the carburetor because it's a better looking carburetor, I thought. And the carburetor's never really been fine-tuned. The engine starts right up, it runs real good, everything like that. But if you really wanted to get it tweaked, I never wanted to put it on a dyno and run it that hard. I mean, the car has plenty of power, runs good. Maybe the high idle on it, the electric choke could be set a little different. When it fires up cold, it might idle just a little higher than it really should. Doesn't hurt anything, it's okay. As soon as you step on the accelerator, it drops right back down. So that's something that possibly could be tweaked just a little bit. When I built the car, like I say, or I've not built it, restored it. I installed air conditioning. Everything is a complete package. It's brand new. All the hoses are Aero-equipped hoses. Very nice braided hoses. As you can see, everything is braided underneath here, or chrome wire loom. When I was done with the car, I didn't charge the AC system because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to have any type of a problem where I'd have to take the hoses back off and tilt the engine or do anything like that. So I didn't charge it right away, and then time went on. Everything was fine. The car didn't have to do anything, and I never had it charged. I made an appointment to have it charged along with a front end alignment. I did the front end alignment myself, old school way, which it drives down the road fine again. But if you really wanted it to be absolutely perfect, you'd have to take it in and they'd put it on higher tech machines to do it. I did decide to have the air conditioner charged just a little bit ago, but the compressor leaked, brand new compressor, but they said by leaving it sit for a couple years like that, a lot of times the seals dry up in them and they leak. So I had to buy a new compressor. He charged the system, and he didn't notice it, but when I got home, there's a small leak right on this fitting here. These are compression fittings. So I need to take the hose off and redo it and put it back on. And then the air conditioner does need to be recharged. Now, I don't know if you have somebody local, it's not a big deal. I'm thinking, it's probably $50 to $75 to have somebody recharge the AC system. It was blowing nice cold air, everything. It does work. So there's nothing to worry about. Just a matter of getting it charged and having them look at the hose connections. A lot of them are just the O-rings when they go to the components, but then where the connections are made, it's a crimp-on. It's not a crimp-on, I should say, a compression fitting. So I did a lot of research on these fittings. They're great fittings. So getting off of that subject, a power steering pump is chromed, the water pump is chromed, the alternator's chromed, the AC compressor's chromed, aluminum radiator, crossover bars are all chromed out. Hood lashing system here is all chromed. Battery is what you call a red chrome. Also, along with the fan shroud, that's a red chrome. Red spark plug wires, chrome valve covers. Pretty much anything I can get chromed or have chromed is chromed. I have a fuel pressure gauge on it, water temperature gauge, oil pressure gauge on it that you can look manually. Also has some gauges in the car, but just has a serpentine pulley system on with all chromed brackets, mounting brackets. A lot of covers are chromed. Aluminum fan with the center part all chromed out. I think what I'm going to do here next is stop again, and I'm going to start the car up. Inside the garage it's probably going to echo a little bit, but you'll get to see in here kind of what it sounds like. It starts right up, runs great, so I think that's our next move here. Okay, I did pull the car outside. I'm afraid that inside the garage it's going to echo, and you're not really going to hear the sound of the car. Car sounds excellent, has an awesome sound to it. Not sure how good it's going to turn out on this video, but I thought I'd try it. You might see some smoke coming from the exhaust because we are in Wisconsin. It's December in Wisconsin here. It's about 40 degrees, so it's not smoke. The car doesn't smoke. It's just condensation or whatever, steam. The other thing I did want to mention is that The radio that I put in the vehicle is brand new. It's an AM/FM cassette, but I didn't spend a lot of money on the radio. I'm not a radio person. I don't even think I've turned the radio on driving the car. The pipes coming out in front of the tires are loud. It's kind of like driving a car with side pipes on, if you've ever driven a vehicle that has side pipes on. The exhaust is on the side, not behind you. I like that. When you're driving through town, people can kind of hear you coming, and as you're going past them, they can hear the roar of the car and the nice sound. Otherwise, basically, you're past them before they can even hear the sound of the motor, because the exhaust goes out the rear end. So if you prefer a quieter car, you just have to take the exhaust out the back of the car instead of coming out in the front of the car, and it would quiet it down. But like I was saying about the radio, it's not a great radio. If you're a radio person, you probably want to purchase a more expensive radio. Also, I changed the knobs on it because these knobs are nicer looking, and they're not, they don't, how should I say it? They're not a perfect fit. So, like I say, they're fine for me. But if you're someone that wants a really super good radio, keep that in the back of your mind also. So I guess what I'll do now is I'll just fire the car up. Like I said, the high idle possibly could be set down just a little bit. Maybe idling just a little higher than it should. But it doesn't hurt anything, it's fine. I do need to warm it up just a little bit here before I take the choke out, because it is cold here. It's 40 degrees. I'm not sure what happened here. The memory card filled up, so it stopped on me. Not sure where I lost you, so I had to stick another memory card in. I didn't want to start over because if I go to restart it, the high idle won't kick in because the car is warm now. But as you can see, runs really smooth, no knocking, no rattling. Idles down, runs great. Okay, so that concludes my video. I do want to apologize. I know the video didn't turn out that well. This is the first video I ever made, so using a video camera probably wasn't the right thing to use, but it's all I had. And I know there's some clicking. I'm not sure why the clicking is. It's something to do with the camera. And the focus is bad on some of the video because I was moving around too fast, but I did need to keep moving. This video already got too long, so I apologize for that. But I hope After looking at this video and looking at the pictures of the car and me going through it, you can tell that this is really a super nice car. It is probably one of the nicest, most detailed Mustangs in the world. You're going to have to look long and hard to try to find one nicer than this. With that being said, thanks.